Yo, just got back from Mississippi, seeing some family. And yeah, we just catching up on a couple things, like people complaining about I don't do enough, like I don't host enough free masterminds and stuff like that. Just people getting to live their lives, man. Just gotta catch, there's so much stuff we gotta catch up on. So much stuff. Let's go. To change my my flights, because I'm like, oh shit, I gotta get back early because we have the race this weekend. I completely forgot about it.
So you had to come back on like a Friday or?
I had to come back on Thursday because we were leaving on Friday. I wasn't supposed to come back till Sunday. So I ended up pulling in a parking lot. Bro, fucking SRT pulls up. Damn, boy, what the hell is that? I'm like, oh shit.
I shouldn't have stopped.
Shouldn't have fucking stopped. But next thing you know, now everyone's calling their boys. Yo, my boy got a Hellcat. He want to come see it. All right, fine. Yo, my boy got a truck. Next thing you know, we got fucking 60 people there, and I can't go anywhere. So I spent hours just telling people what I did and everything.
I don't think anybody in Mississippi owns a
No. And that's also one of the things about, people saying that, oh, you charge too much for your time or this and that. I'm like, everywhere I go, I get stopped and I answer everyone's questions. Yeah, I'm outside all the time and I answer everyone's questions and I do all that shit for free. If I'm not outside and you're like, bro, I really want to talk to you, you got to pay me for my time because that means I have to stop running my businesses, I have to stop spending time with my kids, I have to stop doing whatever I want to do.
And stop answering all calls.
Yeah, to come do that with you. I'm like, you can't tell me that I'm not giving a ton of free content. I've hosted free masterminds, I've hosted meet and greets, all. Yeah, I'm like, bro, so you guys can't say that shit. I was like, I'm doing all this stuff to help you guys out. If you want something specific, like I'm charging for that because if you come to me and you say, yo, I need help with business, it's gonna be business shit.
It's gonna be business related.
Like you guys are gonna be there to shoot content. I'm gonna have Zach help them with their ads and shit. Like there's no way we're just gonna meet up and be like, okay, let's talk.
Here's the one thing that bothers me with some people is they're like, oh well, how did you get me to Rico? We talked, we chopped it up in a sneaker store, and we just started working because yeah, we're very good friends and we have a personal relationship, but we do business together very well, so it works out. They're like, oh well, how can I get to talk to him? You don't. Well, what do you mean? Do you have money? Well, I got like 1,000. He won't even answer your DM. I'm sorry. Like, it sounds dickheadish, but if you actually think about the way people live and run businesses, Adam Weitzman ain't gonna answer nobody DM. I don't think he runs his own Instagram. Let's be honest here.
I know I had all this stuff behind Adam. There's a few. So this guy hit me up this week asking about Adam. He's like, oh man, I've hit Adam up a couple times. He's answered a couple questions, but like I would love to sit down with you guys and just chop it up. I'm like, well, number one, I can't even sit down with Adam whenever I feel like it. And he's a good friend.
Yeah.
I'm like, we got to schedule time together. And that's a friend. That is someone, that is my friend. If this dude needed anything from me, I am there. That is my friend. And we got to schedule time. You think that someone who's worth $1.2 billion is just randomly going to be like, all right, I'm going to stop everything I'm doing to have lunch with you. I'm like, my God.
That would cost at least $100,000.
Was me. He's like, yo, how come you didn't come? I was like, between the rental property, I got to settle on one of them tomorrow.
I was gonna say, I gotta meet you up there, right?
Yeah, I gotta settle on that property tomorrow. It's already rented, but they got the new leases coming. The two of them that we did a last video on, one of the bathrooms, the floor caved in.
What?
So yeah. So the landlords there, the previous ones, man, they're squat. They were like slumlords. Not really. I mean, they were cool people, I guess, but I have no fucking idea. Like it just needed. They seem like cool people, but I guess they just like didn't update it or whatever. They were just
fucking care.
Maybe they did. I mean, it's 2nd Street. It's in Reading. They probably didn't care. I can't bring everybody to the motherfucking finish line. I tried for years. I spoon-fed everybody. I was like, yo, I'm gonna walk you through this. I can't do that with everybody. You either got it in you or you don't. And you either gonna make it or you're not. And I can only show you the way. I can only show you so much. If you don't put it into practice, bro, just keep working. And there's nothing wrong with a motherfucking job. Ain't nothing wrong with a job.
Nothing wrong with a 9 to 5.
Nothing wrong with that shit. Cause I had a 9 to 5.
We all did.
Just work. Just work and be happy.
The cameraman behind you has one right now.
Yeah.
And let's just talk about the fact that you can't own a supercar in California now.
Yeah, you can if you want to not have fun with it.
Oh yeah, because they had that 91.
Well, they've always had
ACM.
91 piss water, but
Yeah.
it's the fact you got to get smogged, you know, the exhaust laws, and then there's a few other things that they're doing now, like the RPM. Well, the RPM Act is supposed to counteract that, and it's to keep, you know, us able to create race cars.
Yeah.
Because what the EPA is trying to do is say, you can't modify your cars because it emits too much, you know, pollution and blah 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 blah. We're such a small subsect of the population. I just think it's dumb.
I was going to say, there's how many people in LA that have had modified cars for how many years?
Well, I mean, there was a big ass cloud of like smog over the entire city.
But it wasn't race cars.
Yeah, it was just
Isn't
cars.
that forest fire?
No, it was just cars in general. Like there was so much. It was the population density, right? Because like LA is like really like tight in.
Yeah.
So there was like all the smog, so you could just see it.
Yeah, I mean you could. Now, I mean it's cleaner now.
Yeah.
But I don't know, man. The taxes in LA. That's why I didn't buy an LA house. I was going to.
Yeah.
And I was gonna Airbnb it out, but then I looked in Sherman Oaks, Beverly Hills, and then in the Hollywood Hills. 1.3 million for a little 1,300, you know, square foot house.
That's where I was. I was on that mansion on the top on Sherman Oaks. This was bad, but he wanted like $2.5 million. I was like, what?
Like
For
$2.5 million in Sherman Oaks is barely gonna get you anything. It's like a 3,000 square foot house. It's not worth. I'm like, if I'm gonna spend $2 million, I'm getting a big ass like 7,000 square foot house out here.
Yeah. I mean,
The gun laws are better. I mean, the weather's nicer in Cali.
we said the what laws are better?
Gun laws are better here.
Oh yeah.
Way better.
Oh, are you trying? Are gun laws important?
I'm not saying gun laws are important, but I'm saying like,
They are.
if someone breaks on my house, I want to be able to shoot them dead. I don't want to have to hide in my bathroom like, oh my God, please leave. No, you breaking my shit. Boom, 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 boom.
Got Karate Kid, man. You gotta.
I'm not karate kidding, no
Wait,
motherfucker.
There ain't no answer.
Who's that dude? Who's that dude? That white dude who did like a bunch of martial arts and a bunch of movies.
Jean-Claude Van Damme.
The other one.
I'm just kidding.
He was in Europe. You don't mind. He was in Europe, you know, living there with some ladies, seeing Teslas, you know, burn all the bras and stuff over there in Europe. Yo, big shout out to the European Union over there, to the, you know, to the Betties over there.
Europe is just different.
Yeah, Europe is different. I ain't trying.
Europe.
Yo, I'm gonna tell you, lie, bro. You go there, you go to Amsterdam, bro. You're not coming back.
I know I'm not coming back.
You're not coming back.
That's why I'm not going to Amsterdam.
London. You go to London, you aren't coming
Yo.
back.
Hey, so who want to go to Amsterdam? But y'all can't be married though. Y'all can't have no significant others because we can't Amsterdam in Amsterdam if y'all got significant others. Because I'm the type of dude that I ain't gonna snitch. You know what I'm saying? I'm just gonna keep it real. That's not how we was raised. I have only snitched one time in my life, and that was actually on my sister for some fucked up shit. But whatever. I ain't snitching. So if you do some dirt over there, you ain't got to worry about me saying nothing. But I don't want to have to take that to the grave. I don't want to be that guy. I don't want to be the guy that's like, yo, I know you did some grimy stuff, but I can't say nothing because of code of ethics. I'm not Tekashi. I ain't gonna snitch. It is what it is. So no significant others, no wives, no I'm off on again with my baby moms, nothing. We going to Amsterdam. We gonna do some Amsterdam stuff in Amsterdam. Like I don't know what there is to do in Amsterdam besides drugs. And I don't do drugs, but
I'll give y'all a grand tour, all right? And
lot.
It's a lot more than drugs.
Oh.
It's actually way more than drugs.
I just thought Amsterdam was drugs. And
Nah.
Sex, money, and drugs.
I like money, and I do like the girls.
Nah, it's way more than that, man. Like,
It's way more-
Nah,
than
Amsterdam
that.
has a really lot to it.
Yeah.
It actually is beautiful.
It's like, it is. See, look, you come from Philly, you go to Amsterdam, bro. You realize
You just feel
A, how fucked up the city is. No offense, but A, how fucked up the city is, and B, how smart they were with how they just put that shit together. It is the most well put together city I've ever seen in history.
I wish we could do that here.
It's shit. You can't do it here. Infrastructurally, you can't do it.
Yeah.
It's at its core. Like it was the way it was built. At
and
its
you
core.
gotta think, dude, the
Damn.
people out there are just.
I mean, Europe, everything's different over there, man. Like,
Yo, it's like, I mean, you got all these mixed girls and everything like that. You got like different. You know what I saw? Here's a weird thing. I saw an old black lady hanging out with an old Asian lady. Have you ever seen that before?
not here in Philly,
Not here in Philly, exactly.
it ain't gonna happen.
Like, I never seen anything like that shit before, and it was different little instances of that where it was like, oh shit, like I never saw that before. Like, and then real unique looking girls and everything like that too, and it was just.
We're going to Amsterdam. That's
Like,
what we're doing.
I'm telling
We're going to
you.
Amsterdam.
Out there.
You know what? It's cool. Like I keep ragging miles up on the McLaren. I ain't liking that too much. But I mean,
Well, you also can't rack miles up on the Jeep or on the Jeep.
because it's getting, you know, it's getting traded in and it's gonna go for the RSQ8. If that shit hurries up, I don't have a production date yet. It's a chip shortage.
For RSQ8?
Yeah.
Oh.
No, nobody. I don't think anybody has a production date for anything.
Yeah, Vader doesn't have a production date for his RS6 either.
I'm not,
So we're waiting.
dude, that's a problem. That's an issue. Remember what I said when you go across the bridge, when you go across the Walt Whitman, and you look to the right, what do you see? You see a lot full of cars. If you don't see that thing filled, that means the economy is tanking or something is going wrong. Because if that's filled, that means people are buying cars. That means cars are getting filtered and flowing. If, like I said, if it's empty, shit is wrong. And this is the second time in my entire life I've ever seen it. Actually, it's the first time in my life I've ever seen it so empty. It's the second time I've seen it emptier.
I mean, it's also the chip shortage. You know, so they can't get shit. Like, that's the reason mine probably isn't in production right now. It's a chip shortage. Like, they're trying to stagger it out. Also, no G-Wagons for 2022. No V8 AMGs for 2022.
That's what just happened.
Wait, why?
It all blew up.
No. Chip shortage and the fact they can't get the motors.
No. Yeah.
Oh.
So,
They
no
were having
2022 AMGs.
Oh, I
Haha.
was gonna write it off my taxes.
Yeah.
No, but dude, there's a lot of people who had like,
Allocations for them.
yeah, like a lot.
Oh.
And have you seen the market for the 2021 G-Wagons?
No.
I just seen one with 12,000 miles on it.
280.
Damn near 280, and they're gonna get it. They're over a sticker right now because
They're so
no
over
2022s. And I mean, G-Wagons are just hot ass commodity. Look, the car market right now is so crazy. It's bananas.
20, dude. Even if you had the time frame, I'm starting to realize a lot of these motherfuckers are just not worth my time. Like, and I'm not even somebody, but it's like, bro, like, I tell you something and you run ass opposite and swim across the lake, and I don't even get you don't even follow what I said to you. Like, what is the point of me talking?
It's all the time. So I'm like, I help people as best I can. I try to give as much free value as humanly possible. I'm like, YouTube, Instagram, Facebook. I mean, I answer all my DMs personally, unless it's something stupid and then my assistant will get it. But generally, it's me doing everything. I'm like, guys, like, I give away $1 million worth of free game, and you won't take it and do anything. And then when I'm like, all right, you got to pay. What? You're an evil person. I'm like, would you go to work for free? I'm like, say, would you go to work for free? If your boss said, hey, come in, we're not going to pay you. I just want you to come work. I want you to come work for free. I was like, you tell that dude to kiss your ass, whole crack, everything. Tongue it deep.
No sense.
Because you're not going to go to work for free. I'm like, but you're expecting me to essentially go to work for free. And not only that, stop everything in the process to go do it. So stop making money, go do that.
That's not how the world works.
It's not how it works. Like, I'd love to help you. And, you know, I'll probably have another mastermind sometime this year, maybe in September or something when the R8's back. I might do it right over there. No, the Hilton's that way.
Yeah.
So,
No,
yeah,
right there.
it's one of these
Yeah.
directions. So I'm going to do it at the Hilton, have like, you know, the ballroom, because, you know, I can rent it out.
But it makes sense.
You know, I can have some of my friends here come and speak, and it'll be an event for everybody. I'm like, look, it's free. I'll promote it for like a good month, 2 months, so we can get enough attendance so people have time to plan.
So that if, I can't get that work, or you had 2 months.
Yeah. I'm not, I did that shit in Miami with that, bro, that cost me just 10 grand for the houses, to rent the houses and then get the overflow Airbnb. That was just 10 grand. It wasn't, not including the food, wasn't including having some of my friends come, none of that shit.
Right.
Just staying. And people still weren't happy. Like, I got the mansion so everyone could come, and then I got the secondary Airbnb so people could stay, because they're like, yo, I don't have the money. Like, I can't afford to get a hotel. I can't afford none of that. So I'm like, all right, I'll get you guys an Airbnb. And then in turn, they're in there smoking weed in the fucking house, and I had to pay a $700 cleaning fee. So when people say that stuff, they're like, oh, bro, you don't help people. I'm like, bro, I got a whole Airbnb for these people and paid the cleaning fee on top of that.
They didn't charge nobody.
I ordered $350 worth of pizza, and I didn't get a single fucking slice. None. I got none of that pizza. No one saved me a slice. No one was like, yo, man, Rico will be back in a second, because I had to go open the Airbnb for the other people.
They all just took everything.
And they ate all the pizza, didn't save me a fucking slice. And then on top of that, they're smoking in there, and I had to pay a $700 fee. And no one apologized for it. No one was like, oh, bro, I'm sorry, I didn't save you no fucking, no pizza. Oh, they just let it go. And I'm like, So for y'all to say that I'm not trying to help people or that I shouldn't be charging, I'm like, what more do you want from me? I'm like, that weekend cost me damn near 30 grand. And I didn't ask anyone for a single dime. I was like, hey, I just want you guys to come and learn. Come learn. Come learn from all my friends. My friends took time out. Paul took time out. Steve Rakin took time out. You know, Sharif, everyone took their time to come out and speak. And these cats was like, all right, they was taking pictures with the cars and stuff.
The other one, he was like real husky. He was real husky. You know what I'm talking about. Because he played like
Reeves?
Huh? Not Keanu Reeves. He was
husky.
Really?
765 LT, the MSRPs right now, they're a good spec one, mid to high 400s.
Yeah.
Things are going for damn near 600.
Good.
Secondhand.
Same thing with
Like I could literally get my 765 Spider delivered next
Yeah.
summer if the market's still this hot, and sell it for 50K more than what I bought it.
Deal. I mean, I wouldn't say why not to do that, bro.
The problem is,
I'll know, if I do that, I'll probably never get an allocation for another super like.
Oh,
LT model.
it's really frowned upon.
Yeah, it's frowned upon.
oh yeah.
And for me to get my allocation for my 765, like they had to pull some strings. And the only reason I got it was because I've been such a good McLaren poster boy.
Yeah.
I've sent them cars, customers. I always talk about, having my McLaren.
Yeah.
I've done just about everything they could ever want from like a brand ambassador. I mean, I ship my car.
That's all you talk about.
I do everything I'm supposed to do. And in turn, I got an allocation. And usually those are reserved just for rich assholes.
Yeah.
But they were like, yo, we know yours is gonna be a dope spec. Yeah, they was like, we know you're not gonna do what old white guys do.
Just
Not use them.
paint it white, do a little bit of carbon, and keep it moving.
Yeah, that's
You know what's funny as shit about that? When I was riding back from the 𝗬𝗢𝗢𝗘𝗚 commercial, right? Saw the exact same one. It was a 765 white, a little bit of carbon
and an old white guy drive.
Yep.
You know why? Because they don't see, okay, cool, who's gonna buy this in 3 years?
Don't
A
care.
potential
No.
of a younger generation, dude. Younger generation loves carbon fiber. It doesn't fucking matter what it's on.
Well, that's
They love carbon.
it. Does, but that's not the whole thing. Like most people, when they get a car, they don't spec them like that. They're
Yeah.
not really
They
car
spec them
people.
to themselves.
Yeah, they're like, okay, I don't necessarily. And most people, I don't care about that. Look at Brooks from Drag Time.
Yeah.
He has like a bare bones 765. His sticker was like mid 300s. I mean, he really didn't get anything.
Crazy.
Exactly. Like people like me, I'm like, I want my shit crazy. When someone opens a fucking door, like I'm going all, I want anodized pedals, I want my fucking logos in the headrest, I want the Speed Circuit logo on the carbon, I want colored carbon, so whatever color I get, whether it's ambit blue, Tokyo cyan, papaya spark, the carbon is gonna match in the interior.
Exactly.
Someone said something to me the other day, I'm actually gonna have to do a Q&A on it, where they're like, yo, you out here living the influencer lifestyle, you hanging out with big booty bitches and this and that. I'm like, number one, Dara's my friend. I was like, most of the girls that I talk to on it, we're friends. I'm like, I've seen their butt cheeks, I've seen their boobies. Ooh. I'm like, we're friends. I was like, it doesn't change anything. I was like, I'm still the same person. I'm like, you guys are only seeing a small snippet. You guys don't see the fact that I'm at home 7 days, like 6 days out the week. I'm like, I'm home like 6 days out the week, just grinding, answering y'all questions, doing all this stuff, my businesses, everything else.
Until 1 in the morning.
I'm like, if you see me on a trip, that's because I've worked, 3 months straight. I'm putting in 80 to 100 hour work weeks, and then I took a 6-7 day trip. And because of that, I'm a bad person. I'm like, so you go home, you might hit the bar, you might play some Madden, you might hang out with this girl or this guy or whatever. No one bats an eye. But
When it's you.
if I don't host something for free and I happen to be seen with some of my friends, oh my God, he's a terrible person.
What kind of backlash you got when you were with Adam?
I wanted
Yeah.
this, I wanted 𝗙𝗡𝗘𝗚 here.
What, like 180?
I was like 176, I want to say, something like that.
Oh, total for it? Okay, that's not bad. That's not bad at all.
It's not terrible.
Yeah.
I mean,
Or I could have got an Urus and spent 300.
Could got
yeah, but you don't get all the cool options.
I'm not
got a Tesla Model X, man.
Yeah, but who wants to drive an electric car right now?
I mean, some people do. Like, I think a Plaid's pretty dope.
I mean, I ain't gonna lie, your Plaid's fucking nice, man. Like, and
It's
it's
fast.
like the price you're paying for the speed you're getting is stupid.
Yeah, but you look at an RSQ8 lowered a little bit of a fatter wide wheel.
Yeah.
Nah,
Like, everyone-
you ain't.
But I'm saying,
The only
but I'm
reason
saying-
people are going nutty over the plaid is because it's really fast, and they're looking at that as the only measurement of a car.
self-driving too.
So like when people are like, "Oh yeah, the plaid's like the king of kings," they're looking at it from like, "Okay, it did the quarter mile in this, and it does 0 to 60 in this." I'm like, "Okay, but there's more to a car than that." Like my Trackhawk is arguably infinitely faster than the RSQ8 will ever be, but I don't care because it's just a better driving experience.
Yeah.
For me, it's about the driving experience. Like my Exocet isn't the fastest car that I have, but I love taking that shit to the track because it's so fun to drive.
Handles like a mean machine.
It's so much fun to drive. And not a single fucking Hellcat took my offer up. I was like, "Yo, anybody coming to the track?" "Oh no."
I would love to see like a Hellcat at the track though. That would be
I have
funny.
seen
Like
it
I'll see it, yeah.
well.
Yeah.
No, they don't. I've only seen one. They talked all that shit like your McLaren is a dud. It's a hoe.
I mean, so if you kit it out with some aero though, I mean, it might do a little better though, right?
do a little, but they're heavy.
Yeah.
The consumables, they'll go through fucking brakes in like
I
2.
remember the name. I remember this one guy. He played a chef. He played a chef in like a submarine or whatever, and someone tried to hijack it. But then like he wasn't really a chef. He was like some crazy ass badass.
Steven Seagal?
Yes, Steven
Oh,
Seagal.
Man, Steven Seagal, he was in shape for
What
a
movie
while.
was that?
Huh?
Every movie
Yeah,
is like that with Steven Seagal.
He just plays some unassuming guy who just
No,
can
what movie was the
beat your
submarine
ass.
one?
I don't know. I can't
I
remember.
don't remember any
I was about to
movies.
say fucking Jason Momoa.
Jason Momoa. He ain't white.
Yeah, you're right. Good call.
Yeah. Steven Seagal, like every movie he ever played in is that. He's an unassuming guy
Yeah.
that just beats everyone's ass. Everybody. I mean, Steven Seagal is dope. Big shout out to Steven Seagal. I mean, is he in like some hashtag Me Too stuff right now?
He might be. He might be. Wait,
I need to check
wait,
that.
let's check this right now because then I gotta cut that.
Yeah, let's backtrack.
We
Let's
gotta cut
backtrack.
that.
If Steven Seagal's in some Me Too stuff, then backtrack that. Backtrack that statement.
We don't have to.
Let's see.
What's the third of the fourth? Is that a Sunday or a Saturday, Sunday? September. Is that just a week?
Third, fourth. It's like a week, but we got to figure it out. I got to talk to Alex to figure out exactly what days work for him. Weekends generally.
Nope, but he was a part of a crypto scheme.
Ah, it's cool. Whatever. I mean, you know how
Yeah.
it goes. That's a terrible thing. I'm like, all right, he wasn't in Me Too, but he was a part of a crypto scheme. All right.
It
Okay.
happens.
Good pass for that.
You know, I'm learning. I'm learning now.
Yeah.
Like, if you don't have to do anything at all, what would you do? I think that's.
See, I'm not gonna lie.